Well, it's Tuesday.
It is.
And we're still doing brass locomotives in HO scale.
Neat.
Because they're still migrating from the attic over to the display case.
Many.
Rather than, they've been up there for like 20 years.
Oh, gee.
In boxes.
Storage.
And it's like, let's display them. We got to, anyway. So if you've been following the show, we're unpacking all these engines and moving them over to the display case. And the last few weeks, the last 4 weeks, we've done geared locomotives and logging engines. These were all logging engines that we looked at. And we're looking at another logging engine. It's a Rayonier Mogul.
Oh.
And I fell in love with it just because it looks really neat. We ran into a Rayonier Logging Railroad.
Not literally, but
we didn't run into it as in our car or, on foot.
Leave it to us.
But when we were on the Oregon Coast
Scenic
Railroad, there's the Tillamook Cheese Factory and there's all that stuff. And anyway, right there they've got one of the neatest scenic railroads you will ever ride if you ever find yourself in that area. But one of the engines they have is off Rayonier.
Oh, neat.
And there's a Rayonier Museum in Washington at Elbe, Washington. Anyway, I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't remember. But Rayonier Museum for the Rayonier Logging Railroad. It was a huge logging railroad back in its day.
Oh, neat.
But they ran a lot of much larger engines than the typical shays because instead of just wandering around up in the woods pulling down trees, they also had quite an operation between mill and port and a whole bunch of stuff. So I just fell in love with this. I found it at a train show. And I just thought, that is the most, as she would say, stinking cute engines. Stinking cute, and moguls are always neat. And I just thought, I'm going to buy that just because I've never seen so many railings and accoutrements and, and just fun things on a locomotive. This is a Pacific Fast Mail PFM Rayonier number 45, a 262. So it's not a mogul, it's a 262. I thought it was a mogul. At any rate, it's oddly enough a wood burner.
Oh, really?
Who would know that a logging railroad would burn wood?
I don't know what they would burn.
I don't know why they did that. But that fuel was just sort of laying around on the ground.
Yeah, there it is.
But it's got the big diamond stack.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's got but what really sets it off is when you see it with its tender, because
oh, look at that.
It's just got the neatest tender.
That would hold a lot of logs. Look at that. There you go.
Isn't that something?
That is really neat.
And I just think that is the most gorgeous little engine. And it's actually a big engine as logging railroads go, as logging engines go. It's a really good sized engine.
So what is this little thing on the top?
That's the backup light.
Oh,
so they must have run backwards running a lot in order to put a headlight facing backwards.
Okay.
And then it's got this huge railing all the way around it. And then they've extended the water spout up through the load here so that the water spout doesn't get buried under the wood load. And I'm pretty sure it ran a wood load. I think this is all just water tank, and then the railing here was designed to hold the wood from falling overboard. And then the rear-facing headlight had to be up on a little stand because they stacked so darn much wood up in here and everything. But what a just neat, nifty, and it's got a feature that you see on some engines, but not all that many, 2 sand domes.
Oh, really? Oh, well, understandably.
So yeah, it's a 3 dome, which you see, but you don't see too much.
Not too often.
But it just gives it more knobs and therefore makes it more knobby.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's just, neat. I saw that in a hobby shop or a train show or something. I can't remember what. And I said, well, that's got to go in my display case. That's just neat beyond all belief.
That's really neat. I've never seen a tender quite configured that way.
Boy, when I saw it with all the railings and the extended headlight up there for backwards running.
Looks like a normal tender, but then it's got all that on the top part of it. So it's interesting.
It's just but that huge railing to hold the wood load. I just thought, well, that's really cool. Stinking cute. It's just really,
it really is.
Really And I thought it was a mogul, but no, it's 262.
262.
There's 2 more wheels hiding back there.
Yes.
So that's pretty neat. But again, a pretty good sized engine as logging railroads
that one
engines
would
go.
be.
But there's a lot of neat Rayonier stuff that has survived, and it's a very popular railroad to model.
It is.
In a lot of different scales and such. So
That's
there you
neat.
go. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful little brass engine by Pacific Fast Mail.
Oh.
PFM.
There you go.
Well, at any rate, if you haven't been over to the channel, please pop over to the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. That way you can click your notification bell and be notified when we upload something foolish like this.
You never know.
You never know. At any rate, the way to become a subscriber and to get over to the channel is to click the blue button. Are we ready for the
There
blue
we
button?
Go. Ready.
Zoink! Right there, the blue button. Well, we're not sure how you found this video on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring, and we will see you here on Sunday.
Right.
Because we got some foolishness going on.
Always.
See you then.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.